Yo, yo, what's the deal, fam? It's me once again, and I'm here to give you the recap. Week 10 in our Dirty South Yahoo Fantasy League, okay? Let's get into these matchups, then I'll get into the standings, and I'll get into what's happening this week so far, okay? Bet. Yo, first matchup, Too Hot for TV, going up against the ATL Dominators. ATL Dominators were predicted to win this matchup 116.75 to 113.34. But when you have Brian Hoyer leading your team, let's just say that the recipe for victory isn't going to be too sweet. Okay? Now, I can understand you didn't have much choice. You know what I'm saying? Phillip Rivers was on a bye. You had to do what you had to do. But I'm sure there was somebody out there who could have done a better job for you. Okay? Now, Too Hot for TV looks like they kind of took advantage of the Jacksonville-Baltimore matchup, put Blake Bortles in, so didn't get as much as he was expected to get, but he still got 20-plus points. Okay? Not sure if that was the reason why he won, or was it because of the fact of Brian Hoyer not really coming through. Probably the Hoyer situation, but regardless, Too Hot for TV comes through with the victory, 105.82 to 98.62. All right, now next matchup we've got Kingstree Wildcats going up against Black Rain, and the Wildcats they tried to come back up in here and give a nice fight for this matchup, but they failed to get the victory. The end score was 110.92 to 150.82. Black Rain took this, no question. Part of the reason was Martavis Bryant. 25-plus points. Just about everybody on his team got double digits, so doesn't really hurt there except for, D'Angelo Williams, which was a kind of a disappointment. You would have thought he would have went off a little bit more. Now, as far as the Wildcats, they could have made this a little bit closer if he would have played Buffalo for his defense. Not much of a difference, though. They did score 20-plus points, 22 to be exact. But, hey, when your running backs are not coming through, I know he thought McFadden was going to do a little something for him. DMC was not in the place to be, So, but anyway, like I said, Black Rain gets the victory in this one. Next matchup, we got David's team going against those mobsters from the Valley. Let's see what happened. The matchup was predicted to be really close, with the Valley Mobsters coming out on top by less than a point. Such was not the case. David's team rallied and did their thing. They move up in the rankings with this victory and take down those mobsters from the Valley, 114.32 to 82.98. Now, could the mobsters have done something a little bit better? I don't think so. I think this was just, a situation. Well, he only had one person on bye, so it was just a matter of his players, pulling their part and doing their thing. And this week, they didn't come through for their captain. That St. Louis defense, you would have thought against Chicago they would have done a little something, but I don't know. Cutler and them boys, they doing their thing as of lately, so what can you say? So, David's team gets the victory in this one. Next matchup, we got the D to the U to the K to the E heavy hitters going up against those Rough Riders. And this one kind of played out close to the prediction. Okay, the heavy hitters were already predicted to win 114.64 to 80.42. Now, he did a little bit better than what he was predicted to score. Rough Riders did right about what they were expected to score, and Duke heavy hitters comes through with the victory, 123.86 to 80.32. Now, I just wanted to see if there was anything that Rough Riders could have done to make this a little bit more interesting. Other than the Houston defense doing pretty good, getting 22 plus points versus Cleveland's 9.5 points. Not really too much. You know, that wouldn't have been a deciding factor. They had a lot of people on bye. So, you know, hopefully this week when her stars come off a, bye week, she gets back in this thing again, you know. Next matchup, we got the Delta Dogs going up against the Uptown Scrippers. She rockin' and rollin'. But anyway, I don't know what happened to the Delta Dogs. I know she loves. The coach loves their quarterback, Peyton Manning. But Peyton Manning is out. He actually got a negative 6.6 points. They had to pull him up out of there, and I think that was the beginning of the end for the Delta Dogs. You know, they got the receiver for Carolina. He didn't score even a point. Things just weren't looking that great. Running back from New England got 1.1 point. I don't think he got that many plays anyway. You know, the Scrippers, on the other hand, had Matt Forte's backup at running back, Jeremy Langford, and he went off 30 plus points, baby. You should know about that. Now, things could have probably been a little bit different. I'm not sure if it, the Delta Dogs would have got the victory, but it would have been a little bit closer if they had Ronnie Hillman in for running back and Harris, wide receiver for the Giants. You know, they had double-digit scores, and they would have did a little bit better than Brown, and then let's say and White. You know what I'm saying? Their players. But final score in this one: the Uptown Scrippers 124.86 to Delta Dogs 77.60. Next matchup, we got the Catch 13 going up against Christy Love's team, and Christy Love is over here playing with people on bye weeks and all of this and all of that. But you know what? Didn't even really matter. She comes through with the victory. 113.74 to 95.60. She got that stack, baby, that Eli Manning, that OBJ. And when them two go off, you get points, baby. Points, baby. She also had Brandon Cooks, wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints. 22 plus points, baby. I don't know what happened to the Catch 13's team. They look like they were kind of falling apart all over the place. The defense did really good, almost got 20 points. Shady did his thing, 15.9 points. But everybody else kind of fell to the wayside. I know they were hoping for something special to happen on that Thursday night game, but Marcus Mariota just couldn't do it against that Jag defense. So, now, moving on to our last final matchup, we got Fitting going up against them A-Town Jags. And this was going to be a good matchup. And it was kind of close. It was decided by less than 10 points. Let's go look and see what's going on. A-Town Jags had Brady in their lineup. Got him 25 points. But 50 had Andy Dalton. You expect him to do good. He didn't. 8.9 points. Ooh, he had Crabtree. Crabtree only got like 5 points. But he had AP, though. AP got 33 points, baby. 33 points. That made up for a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But in the end, it was not enough. The A-Town Jags fell in this one, even though she had Brady and some others. But 50 had that squad, you know what I'm saying? So 50 comes out with the victory on this one, 102.88 to 97.36. Now for the standings. Man, I hope that Yahoo don't have this thing looking crazy, because I know last time I had to kind of do my own thing, you know what I'm saying? I like to kind of go with what's here in front of me, but some of the stuff just does not make sense, and I don't understand it. I think what Yahoo does is take the division leaders, and whoever's in the lead, you know, gets first and second place regardless, okay? I'm not that crazy about that. I'm going to see if I can switch this around a little bit to make it make a little bit more sense. So this is how it's going to go. In first place, we got Black Rain, reigning on top of the league with the best record of 8-2. In second place, within his division, Yahoo ranks him number 3. I'm ranking him number 2. Duke Heavy Hitters with a record of 7-3. Okay? Now, the leader in the Terminators division, ATL Dominators, who Yahoo ranks second, I'm ranking third. I'm sorry, but you don't have a better record. 6-4, and don't have as many fantasy points. So, as far as my reporting duties, I must report what's true. Okay, ATL Dominators third place, not a bad place to be. Record of 6-4. Also with a record 6-4. In fourth place, the A-Town Jags doing their thing. In fifth place, the Uptown Scrippers with a record of 6-4. Now, moving on, we got 50 with a record of 5-5. Also with a record of 5-5 in seventh place, David's team. In eighth place, Rough Riders. In ninth place, the Catch 13. All those teams record of 5-5. Now, let's go to the 4 and 6s. Okay, we got in 10th place, the Valley Mobsters, record of 4 and 6. In 10th place, you ain't at the bottom though, so don't worry. Now, in 11th place, with a win, she's on a 3-game winning streak, and she's trying to make her way up to the playoffs. We're going to see if they can do it. Christy Love's team, baby. Record of 4 and 6. In 12th place, with a record of 3 and 7, we've got the Kingstree Wildcats. In 13th place, Too Hot for TV, and down in the basement, unfortunately, the Delta Dogs, also with a record of 3 and 7. Now, for the matchups going on this week, Too Hot for TV is going up against David's team. They got the lead right now, 44.88 to nothing. Kingstree Wildcats got 11 points up on the Delta Dogs, 11 to nothing. Duke Heavy Hitters going up against Black Rain. Black Rain's got the lead so far, 17 to nothing. Those mobsters from the Valley are waiting for the A-Town Jags to come and prey on them so they can knock them down. But as it stands right now, those Jags are up 7 to nothing. The Catch, number 13, is going up against ATL Dominators, and the Catch 13 is in the lead so far, 18.14 to nothing. 50 is going up against the Uptown Scrippers, and it's a close one. They both got scores, but the Uptown Scrippers up by a little bit, 10.90 to 9.20. And the only matchup that doesn't have a score yet, we got Rough Riders going up against Christy Love's team. These chicks about to battle it out, y'all. It's nothing to nothing. But we're going to see what happens when you see my video from next week. Ha-ha. I will check y'all later. Enjoy the football, y'all. Peace. Go Falcons. Rise up, baby.